Alright, man, we back. Another episode on Unwind Your Mind, Sweet Talks. My co-host is back. You know what I'm saying? Got his shit in order.
I knew that was coming. All right, look, man.
Got his shit in order.
My Dukes had me held up, but I'm back.
And we got my boy Rick
Smoov in the building.
SMOOV.
SMOOV.
Yeah.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, guess I'll just ask, how was y'all's Thanksgiving? This is post Thanksgiving. How was everybody's Thanksgiving?
Shit was good. I had a real good Thanksgiving. Good food, a lot of ham. You know what I'm saying?
Not
had a
the
nice little
swine.
brisket. Feel me?
Nigga was eating the swine.
Yeah, we out here. Yeah.
Man, my shit was dirt.
Oh, nah.
I was sick.
Oh,
shit.
was?
Yeah, I had it was, nigga. I'm not sick anymore. I had a stomach bug, so I couldn't even enjoy any of the food.
Dang.
Yeah.
Nose was all stuffy. Mine was cool, you know what I'm saying? Regular shit. Spent it with Smitty's family. I mean, I saw my folks too, but yeah, you know, Smitty family always turning up, so
Yeah.
it was cool. The food was good.
And y'all was out for Black Friday too.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Got me some new
kicks.
Yeah,
Okay.
feel me?
Blowing a bag. All right.
It was a Christmas gift.
All right.
You know, it was a Christmas gift, so yeah, man, it was cool. What else? What's been going on? Y'all got anything else coming up? Anything else going on? You know, shit y'all working on. You know, we coming up on the end of the year. People start getting their resolutions and shit together. Anything like that in mind, in hand?
Honestly, you know, we all been talking about working out. You know what I'm saying? So definitely keeping that just on the resume going into next year. Getting more involved in just being more healthy. You know what I'm saying? As we evolve in this dance shit, we getting older.
Right?
Take care of our bodies, you know. So definitely have that in mind for the upcoming year.
That's a fact. I feel that because we in this accountability. Oh, all three of us.
Yep, the accountability.
We in the
group.
Accountability group. Accountability buddies.
Shout out to Janelsi.
Right, for the name. Shout out to young Nelsie.
Yeah.
But yeah, just really one of mine. I think all three of us really is like, you know, working out, staying consistent.
Yeah.
Shit like that. Cause we are getting older, and I'll be feeling, bro. I came home last night. I'm laying in bed with Ash. I'm looking. I'm like, I'm getting a little pudgy. Like, what's going on here, man?
Them 30s will catch up with you.
Right. I'm like,
Bro, you ain't never been pudgy in your life.
listen,
You probably just bloated.
Right.
baby.
Yeah.
I just had a soda.
Right. You get bubbly one time. Oh, I'm getting. Shut up.
Hey, listen, man. You know, whenever you been 125 since freshman year in high school,
Well, that is crazy.
over 10 years,
That is
you know,
crazy.
you start putting on a little bit of weight. The shit,
Hey.
you know what I'm saying? You start looking like, hey, hold on, where these extra 5-10 pounds come from?
This nigga
It's not going away.
This nigga could eat a house and not gain a pound.
Oh.
That is crazy.
That's
You been
wild.
what since high school?
125. I put on 5 pounds in the last 6 months.
Bullshit.
I have.
I don't believe that. I don't.
Let's see where I'm gonna go get the scale.
I know you're.
Accountability buddies.
He's capping, bro. He ain't getting no. He lying like shit, and then just to prove a point, this is how far he's willing to go. Well, while he's doing that,
What's going on with you, Soul?
listen, man, I got some gems dropping next
Yo,
year. you know
listen,
what I'm saying?
Soul fam, yo, get the merch.
Maybe
Get the merch.
I don't want some of you dirty motherfuckers wearing my name, but
Either way, we still out here.
I'm just playing. Y'all not dirty. That was kind of crazy. Y'all not dirty. I love y'all. I'm kidding. I might sell the hoodies. I might sell them.
All right, where we at, Dante?
What's the verdict?
131.
131.
All right, now was 125 like a round estimate?
Nah, 125 is what I have.
He said he gained 5 pounds.
Driver's license.
Huh? Word, they wear you at the DMV?
They ask you.
They ask you your weight.
Just like they ask you your height.
And your hair color and your eye color.
Right. So that's what I've been, because that's, you know, whenever I step on the thing at Publix, step on the weight thing, I'd be like, all right, you know, every time you go shopping, step on the big joint, you like, all right.
Oh, I know y'all can't see him, but Rio's in the building, by the way.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's go.
The geyser.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Step on the weight joint, you know what I'm saying? 125
that's crazy.
cents. You know what I'm saying? And that's like on the generous side, because, you know, I gave myself an extra couple pounds because really I was like 120, 121, 122.
And you got the shoes on.
Right, 123.
That's what it was. It's the shoes. And you got gear. Nah, hold on, bro.
And you got gear
You got
on?
gear on. Yeah, them cargo pants look kind of heavy, bro.
These is light.
I ain't hearing it.
Bro, niggas trying. Niggas is trying to what's the word? Invalidate my experience. Niggas trying to invalidate my experience, bro. We in 2023.
How dare you?
Right, how dare you?
We walking out. All right. The door right there. You're about over. We out of here.
How dare you?
But yeah, gym's dropping next year. I got 2 things on the way. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna reveal too much, but the love is coming back.
Ooh,
2024.
the love is coming back.
If you know, you know. If you don't, hey man, you had to be there. But it's coming.
If it isn't love,
the love is coming. Fall in love with your voice, all right? But all right, so let's go ahead, get into this.
let's get it started.
Those of you who do know, Ricky was already here and we recorded an episode. Killer conversation, you know what I'm saying? It was a great conversation. I thought about revisiting and seeing exactly like what it was that we spoke about, but I was like, I'm just gonna let the conversation be organic. I do want to keep it like around, try to keep it around some of those same points from what I remember, but just let the conversation be what it was. But yeah, like Rick was here, the audio was messed up, I was fed up, I was trying to do things a quick and easy way. As you can see now, I'm recording directly into the laptop. We got the whole shebang, you know what I'm saying? We schmooving and grooving.
And I'm back.
And he's back, you know what I'm saying? Ready. Smooth killer, smooth villain.
The smoothest.
But yeah, we're gonna jump straight into it. What was we talking? Community is what we was talking about.
Community.
Well, I'm gonna just say, so this is the statement that I had said, and I'll put a snippet of the video that I had originally recorded. That kind of sparked this thought, and I was like, I'm not gonna post it as a video. I'm gonna talk about it with the boys on the podcast. And I was saying, I hate how fucking kumbaya the dance scene has become, and not necessarily that it's like a bad thing to be able to be positive and the togetherness, but my issue is that it feels fake. There's a lot of fake love, and I hate how kumbaya it's become. And in comparison to whenever I first, and a lot of us first came up in the scene, it went from like one dynamic to another, because back then it was just hella toxic, hella cutthroat, you know what I'm saying? Just raw, hate just to hate. You niggas just hating each other, didn't even really know why. And I just think that as the political and social climate changed, it affected the community, and it became like this faux, we all need to be we're all in this together looking ass, like where's the what's the word I'm looking for, whenever it's like cordial, like you could just be cordial with folks. If you don't fuck with people, you could just let it be that. And I don't remember exactly what it was that we had spoke about, but I don't understand why it is that people feel the need to like impose this sort of you know, we're all in this dance community, we're a family, you know, we shouldn't be this, we shouldn't be that. And if y'all have any sort of insight as to why this might be, or your thoughts on why this is even happening.
When do you think the switch happened? When did it stop being, like, for you, like when do
I mean,
you
it was
think
gradual for sure.
Yeah. But when did you first notice it?
Maybe like right before COVID. Maybe like right before COVID, I kind of started to notice a little bit.
Callouts were becoming taboo. Not taboo, but kind of just like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Sort of
Yeah.
feel.
Yeah, and that's I spoke about this on the podcast last week with Angel, with Staccato. And I was like, why is it that it's a taboo thing? You know, now it's like the argument of, oh, you call them out and you beat them, then what? You know what I'm saying? Then what? You think you're gonna take their seat? Like, you didn't really make a difference. And it's like, it's to make a statement. You know what I'm saying? Like, would you rather, and I said this, I used the same example. I was like, would you rather, instead of me calling out somebody to make this statement and let it be, not even just judges, but just in general, like, if we have a disagreement, or, you know, I feel like your style is whack, or, you know what I'm saying, you're too big-headed, I call you out, yeah, you might still continue to go on doing what you're doing. And I feel like that's only the case now because the culture and community has allowed it to be like that. They've taken away the power from call outs to really be like, oh, this is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just got smoked. Like, maybe you need to go work on your shit.
Well, also too, like, just not even just that, like, another aspect of it too as well is, like, sometimes people just want to challenge themselves. You know what I mean? Like, they see somebody that they see as like a challenge for themselves as in their dance skill. You know what I mean? And they're looking at them just like, wow, this might be that my one chance in order to challenge them to a duel, you know, like my karate versus your karate sort of situation.
Right.
And you know, now it's sort of just like, damn, if I really want to do that to try to test myself, I really can't, because I don't know how it's going to be reacted to. I don't know if somebody's going to take that challenge or look at me like, damn, why are you doing this at this moment in time, bro? Like,
such an ego move, such an ego thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my question, because Angel said the same thing. He was like, oh, my karate versus your karate, right?
That really just in my mind right now.
It was the same exact thing, except there was something. We were making the comparison between like an exchange and an actual call out. And I had to call him out on at least his reasoning and logic behind it wasn't really clicking. Like, it didn't quite make sense. There was some fault in it, at least from my perspective. So I have to ask, like, do you think there's a difference in a call out, in a my karate versus your karate, I want to challenge you, and an exchange?
I feel like it's the same.
Why?
I feel like it's the same, but it's worded differently. Like, the approach is worded differently. So, like, in exchange, I feel like you're still testing yourself against that person, but the energy is just not as aggressive.
Yeah, the intention is different.
The intention is thank you. Yeah, the intention
But
is
if the
different.
intention is different, is it not, you know, essentially two different things? So here's my take on it, and I feel like they are two different things. If we look at, let's say, something we're all, I assume that we're all familiar with, is Ip Man.
Yeah.
It, man.
When the martial arts houses challenge, or the master challenges another house, whatever the case may be, I wouldn't call that an exchange.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
There's purpose behind that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, maybe to like gain a territory or students, or to serve the purpose of showing like my school and my martial arts is better than yours. And it's not to say that, like, the way that I view it is a call out would be like that, whereas an exchange would be like, hey, let's spar.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, it's not a purpose of showing, oh, I'm better than you, you're better than me. It's just kind of like, let's just go at it, you know?
Yeah.
Iron sharpens iron kind of deal.
Yeah, to me, I would also agree that it's two different things. Because anytime anybody's ever asked me to exchange, I never really have the intent of, all right, I'm finna rip your head off. You know, it's more so like okay, let's just keep the bar going higher. Let's just keep the energy up. Like, give me some heat, I'm gonna give you some heat.
Right.
And a call out, the Dukes is up, baby. You know what I mean? Like
150.
Oh my
150%.
gosh. Yeah, age is showing.
Shut up. It ain't, bro.
Put him up. Why you one hand behind my back?
Little fisticuff action, Kev.
But yeah, I agree. Like, the call out aspect, there's a bit more intensity behind it. And I don't even want to necessarily use like the word aggression, because to go back to the whole like, oh, we're a community, we're family, and like it going from one end of the spectrum to the other, and how it used to be was that, well, even just like generally speaking, I think, and this is what I had said before, that I think a lot of the issue now is that people don't know how to have that sort of aggression or intensity with their friends without hating them to some degree. Like, there's some sort of like genuine negative feeling or energy, which is why I feel like people shun call outs and things like that, because they associate it with that aggression, and then associate that with like negativity, as opposed to just being like, I can be aggressive, but it's just in the aspect of like a battle. You know what I'm saying? If we watch MMA fight and there's that aggression there in order to win, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying, oh, these two people hate each other. There's people who have fought that are fans of one another, but at the end of the day, like, this is the
Sportsmanship.
Yeah, you know, this is the trade that they're in. This is what they've decided to do, and this is what comes with it. And go ahead.
I think it depends on the situation. Well, not generally, but I think that's like a special skill to be able to separate the two in real time, because some people just can't. Like, battling somebody in V3, I don't have like the ill will to be like, I'm finna dog this nigga right now. Like, I don't.
I'm sorry, bro. Because look,
I'm giving 110%. If it's the boys.
Me, I'm dogging you niggas, bro. I'm doing everything I can in my power to do that.
But that's why I said it depends on it depends on the situation with me, because there was one time I battled MJ and I was like, okay, he got me. Battled him again. I'm like, all right, he got me that time. Now I'm finna really turn up. Then I lost again. I'm like, nah, I'm finna rip this nigga if I ever get him again. But I don't think anybody else it'll happen that way, because like I haven't battled y'all like that. You know what I'm saying? But like,
I feel that, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's more of a reasoning behind, you know, you're like, okay, I've lost to this nigga, love him, but I need my dub.
You know what I'm saying?
But I still feel like, you know, even if, and I use this example, I was actually talking to Dana about something like this the other night. You look at somebody like Kid, you know, who is a battler, you know what I'm saying, brings that intensity, or what people might say, the aggression, you know, but at the end of the day, as long as the dance is kept dance and, you know, there's no level of disrespect, there's going to be love afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's different if you're doing all that talking, being extra. Now you're bringing in another factor. But if we just talking dance, like, listen, when we step on this battlefield, there's no difference. You know what I'm saying? You got football players, anybody, basketball, anything in a competitive space. We step inside of whatever that arena is, or that moment of competition, a track. Once we step in there, it's me or you. Once we cross the finish line, the final buzzer, whatever the case may be,
we boys.
Right, as long as no lines were necessarily crossed. And I mean, it's okay to understand that sometimes because it's something you care so much about, that emotions get involved.
Yeah.
Maybe you need a little bit of time to step away. But I just think that this idea that it's a negative thing and it's viewed in this light is what has caused that aspect of the culture to kind of die out. And then in turn into like, oh, like let's exchange, you know. And then you have niggas that are just kind of always sparring. But like I know niggas who spar, or I've seen niggas who only spar. They go to like a boxing school, they're only ever sparring. Then they actually get in a ring where a nigga's trying to win. Yeah. And it's like
night and day.
Right, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole different type of energy. And I feel like maybe that's also why, you know, we watch some battles and that intensity that used to be in a lot of the battles. And I say this very carefully because it could just be like a bias or looking through a lens of I was younger, things were unfamiliar, I was still seeing a lot of things for the first time. So it's like the excitement of seeing it for the first time. And so I still wonder if it's like if it's that, or if genuinely some of the battles and things like that were just more intense previously, as opposed to now where it's like everybody's like, oh yeah, you know, we're all friends, we're boys, this, that, and the third.
I think that torch of having that energy to like come at somebody is just, not that it's completely gone, it's just in very few dancers that we see nowadays.
But
you know
why?
I mean? It's just like you're saying, the new environment that's been built. You know what I mean? To where now it's kind of looked at as taboo to come off as aggressive because we want to be happy-go-lucky. You know, I don't want to... Honestly, I feel like, and I could be wrong in this, but I feel like we look at what the past generation kind of went through and what they kind of did, and we kind of look at it kind of like, well, I don't want to go through that, so I'm not going to follow in the same footsteps as they did. But in doing that, we miss some of the key, you know, the core values that they learned going through some of the more aggressive things that they went through.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
There needs to be a balance. I mean, it's very similar to like you look at parents, you know, like parents and children. And then there'd be some kids who'd be like, I don't want to be anything like my parents. And so they end up doing everything the complete opposite. And sometimes that also doesn't work, you know, whenever it comes to the child. And I think like there just needs to be a bit of balance. And there's a level of understanding. Like there's certain things that do work. There's certain things that... It's just part of the culture or a culture, and there's ways to go about it and find. I think I would much rather there be a level, like people would search not even for a way, because I think that's where the whole exchange conversation comes in, where it's like, oh, this is a healthy alternative, but as opposed to like a healthy alternative.
Hey, yo.
Right. As opposed to a healthy alternative, you know, it should just be, how can I healthily, mentally go through this as an individual? You know what I'm saying? Instead of being like, oh, well, let's not do this, because I don't think it's inherently bad. It's just how people want to perceive
what's happening in that time.
Right. Yeah. Acts of being aggressive, tied to like a negative mentality or the intensity behind it, and people being like, I think one of my biggest issues is starting to hear people be like, it's not that serious, like it's just dance, you know what I'm saying, like it's not that serious. And it's like, well, if it's not that serious, you could take your ass somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even a matter of it being serious, but it's something that we are passionate about. Right. I feel like you can't in the same sentence be like, oh, I have this passion, I'm passionate about dance, and then be like, it's not that serious.
Do you feel like it's like a lack of values when it comes to your art, like your dance?
Explain.
Like, when we say, oh, it's not that big of a deal, but to someone else, you know, it could be, you know, this dance thing could be their bread and butter, their life, like something that's gotten them through a lot of different things. So their core values in this dance shit
And how they view
might
it.
be a little bit stronger than somebody else. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. And I think there's understanding, and that's just like across the board. I think there's a level of understanding, and it's tough to balance, you know, someone who is just like, oh, I just do this because this is fun. It's like, okay, well, if this is just fun, I think at minimum, you know, you could respect the rules, the unspoken rules or things that are kind of talked about.
That came before you.
Yeah, to a degree. Obviously, like, I think if it's just a hobby, then just enjoy it as a hobby. Don't come in here looking for X, Y, and Z, because now it's something you're becoming a bit more passionate about it. Now you're becoming more involved. At which point, I feel like people use oh, you know, like, I just do this for fun. And then, oh, this isn't fun anymore. And it's like, why? It's like, oh, because y'all are trying to make all these rules. It's like, well, you're stepping into a competition space. You know what I'm saying? You're stepping into a space of culture, you know, and unless you're willing to take the time to really learn about the culture in depth, in all aspects, and not even just like dance specifically, because truly the dance part of it stems from, I mean, everything stems from something before, you know, but I think more specifically just hip hop culture, if that's what we're talking about in regards to like street dance and battles and everything, learning what that culture was kind of like, what influenced what and why, to at least understand how shit got to this point, and understanding like, okay, this is just kind of like part of it. You know, similarly to like having a crew, you know, I can't, in my honest opinion, take anybody serious who says, oh, I just do this for fun, like, you know, I don't really care, and then they're in a crew. And it's like, well, why do you need to be in a crew that at a point represented something more than just like these group of people, like just being a part of something to be a part of it?
Right. Why
be a part of a crew? Why indulge this much into it and then start trying to like change things and be like, oh, we shouldn't do this, we shouldn't do this? I just feel like there needs to be a level of like understanding of where you're at within this, and knowing, essentially, for lack of a better term or phrase, knowing your place. Not to say like, oh, you don't have the place to speak on this, but if it's not something that you're necessarily indulged in that much, or you're putting that much energy into, then why try and change what for other people is maybe something a bit more, like to what you're saying, it holds more value, a bit more sacred. Obviously, you know, that conversation changes a bit whenever it starts to get into things that are genuinely unhealthy, you know, unsafe, shit like that. But I just think more so in regards to like callouts and battles, and this idea of viewing, you know, the intensity and aggression in battles being this negative thing, and that's shunned. And it's like, oh, you're so serious. Oh, you're mad. And it's like, well, I'm not mad. You know what I'm saying? I'm
trying to win.
You're right. I'm a little intense.
Right.
Like, at the end of the day, you know, and I think at a point, and even still, you know, there's times where people are like, I need some money. And I've put these amount of hours and years into my craft that I know I'm capable of winning X, Y, and Z event. You know, if I can win a national level event, then if I'm in need of a couple $100 and I got to go to this event and try to win, like, I'm putting my skills in a competition where I would hope it's judged to a level where it would show, okay, if I did actually win or if I did actually lose, okay, I lost that. But I have enough awareness and capability to be like, I could probably win this. Yeah. So, you know, and I hate the argument of, anybody who's out here as a battler trying to pay their bills, winning battles, got they priorities fucked up. And it's like,
hey, some people really making a living off that shit though.
yeah, and I mean it's not easy.
It's not easy at all,
but
it's doable.
The holidays come around.
Yeah,
you know, a couple extra $100 here or there.
Man, gifts ain't cheap, man.
What?
Shit's expensive right
Nigga,
now.
Black Friday ain't Black Friday no more.
Groceries ain't cheap. Right. What? I saw something on Twitter said Black Friday was more of a iridescent purple. Like, shit is not hitting like it used to, you know. But
boy.
Yeah, man, I just hate this idea that, you know, the community, and I don't know where this mentality came from, where it's like, you know, we should all be friends because we all. That's another thing that we had spoke about is the trauma bonding.
Yeah.
Is why I feel like it's like that. Is that a lot of people in the community have these trauma bonds. A lot of people come into the dance community or artistic spaces in general
where they ain't get much love,
trying to fill a void.
Yeah.
And so you have all these people who are like broken and shit, and bonding to one another through their traumas, and then being like, this is my family, you know what I'm saying? Because we're all broken together and we'll fix one another. And then to be like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna go to therapy and get my shit fixed by myself.
You know, it's fun. I think that kind of ties in because honestly, those are the people who are saying, "Oh, it's not that serious."
Right.
Because when shit get grimy and I'm at your neck and it's, oh, bro, like, it's just dance.
You're triggering me. You're triggering me.
That's it.
But yeah, man, I just don't get it, you know. And if anybody is listening to this that feels this way, I really want you to do some introspective work and really just look at, why do you think that we have to be friends and family? Because I would like to be in a space where if I don't like a I mean, I'm not gonna say I would like, because this is how I'm gonna be anyway. But if I don't like a motherfucker, that's just what it is. I'm not gonna go out of my way to be like, oh my gosh, like, I'm not going because so and so is gonna be there. Like,
that is the crazy. That to me, that shit is crazy.
I cannot be bothered.
See, but then again, that's the positive of a call out. Because if you see somebody you don't like, and instead of getting into a fight, you just call them out right there.
Okay.
You get it out.
Okay.
And then it's done after that.
But what if some shit can't be solved with dance, with a dance call out? And that's why I think that some people need to realize, and maybe that's where the issue kind of arose, where it's like, as dancers, you know, not being able to really navigate and sort their shit out, and having real life issues, and then being like, I'm calling you out, let's dance battle. And then it's like, all right, we battle, you win. I still don't like that you stole $400 out of my shit, or stole $400 worth of stuff from me.
You know, right now, you steal anything. I wish you would call me out.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think that's where the issue kind of lies, where it's like niggas is trying to call somebody out for some real life shit, and then it's like, nah, this is, fuck all this dance shit. Like, I'm gonna put my hands on you.
Facts.
But I think people just need to learn to separate the fact that within the dance community and this dance shit, that like real life shit also will happen, you know. And that doesn't necessarily mean that, oh, I can't call somebody out because of XYZ. I think it's just recognizing, like, no, you don't need to call them out because of this real life shit. Y'all either need to have a conversation, or that needs to be handled like outside of dance.
Yeah. Because
there's no amount of dancing that's gonna change that. You know what I'm saying?
My account is still $400 short. You know what I mean?
Right. Unless we got what's the nigga from You Got Served? What was Steve Harvey? Steve Harvey's character.
I almost said Mr. Chuck, but that's not his name.
Nah, Mr. Chuck was the nigga with the
Rap,
gun.
Mr. Rap, Mr.
I forgot his name, but I know who y'all talking about.
It was something like that, Mr. Rat. Nah,
Mr.
Mr. Jangles is crazy. But Steve Harvey's character, you know what I'm saying? Unless you got a situation like that where niggas is like, all right, we battle. I give him the money. If you beat me, you get your money. If not, I'm keeping my shit, and I might snuff you for calling me out, and I'm keeping your money. You know what I'm saying? Unless niggas is trying to do shit like that where it's like you feel like your skills is on the level where you finna get your money back, and maybe it's like, all right, if I win, you give me my $300 back plus interest. You know what I'm saying? So it's $500, and then I get to smack you one time in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only way I can see. That's the only way I can see a call out battle really handling some real life shit like that.
I get to smack the fuck out of you in front of everybody.
Right.
And we gonna make an announcement. I need everybody around me for this one event.
You know what I'm saying? But I think the current state of society also plays a part, like the embarrassment and shit like that, and the after effects of somebody getting embarrassed and the potential of like self-harm could also be, you know, a perspective, which I understand, but also like I feel like if a nigga, the only people that I've ever called out, I have felt like they were deserving of getting embarrassed. You know, you're a judge, you make a late call, a bad call, and I say this, I'll be honest.
Fuck that, say it.
I'll be honest, you know what I'm saying? I made a late call once, but that's
no.
a whole nother,
That's
a whole nother, you know, situation. But I think conversations need to happen. But if they called me out, I would have been like, all right, let's run it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I voted for them, and I could tell you why. Y'all fucking lost anyway. But if you want, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll get up. You're not finna embarrass me. So we can run it. And I think being in a judge seat, you also have to be ready to accept that. You have to be ready to accept. I think if you're accepting a judge position, you're getting paid to do this, you should be comfortable enough, no matter who's entering, that like I can hold my own.
Right.
Either in a conversation or on a dance floor. I can articulate down to the details why you lost, and it doesn't have to right. It doesn't have to be something you necessarily agree with. The logic is there. Now, it is what it is. Dance at the end of the day is a subjective fucking thing until they've decided to come to this agreement on this is the criteria, this is the point-based thing, and making it as objective as possible.
Okay, now question. Do you believe that a judge can be so high up that they can deny a call out? Because I think I recall, like, remember we went to Body Talk? I ain't gonna drop no names. We went to Body Talk.
The name.
Fuck it. We went to Body Talk, right?
Oh my God.
And I think, actually, I know. Remember Jigs tried to call out Slim. And Slim was like, yeah, nah, go fuck yourself. I'm finna go get some food.
Y'all crazy.
And he didn't bow him.
I feel like, I don't know, man. You know, I've been on both sides of it, where it's like somebody tried to call me out and I'm like, nah, I'm not wasting my time. Like, I'm not doing this.
Right.
But I also think I did that around the time that it started to be more like people were like, oh, what point? What value does it hold?
Yo, Nate, what's up, bro? What's up?
This is the narration you did on Slim. I'm like, I don't think you ever would say that.
Nah, that was more so my
Like
Your version.
Hey, go fuck yourself. I've never heard him get on that level.
Hey, maybe with the cigarette and all.
Nah.
Right.
Go fuck
Go
yourself.
fuck yourself. I'm smoking a cigarette, nigga.
Trying to get somebody to be so good.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Cause wait, if we accept the fact that he can deny a call out, then doesn't that mean that we agree with the new times where people aren't? You know what I mean?
But that's why I asked, do you? Because I don't know why he said. I don't know. Maybe it was like I'm super firm on my decision and I'm at where I'm at, so I ain't really gotta. Yeah. You know.
It gets tough because it's like, all right, you got a competition with 100, 200 people. I think Body Talk had a couple hundred.
Bro,
y'all
it was a lot of fucking people in there, you know. And if everybody, obviously, let's just say like top 32, you got in the first round 16 niggas is losing. You know what I'm saying? If 4 of those is trying to call out one judge, it's be like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like at some point, you gotta look within. I don't know. I feel like there needs to be I don't know, man. And that's one of the things that I feel like is hard to manage. For me personally, I have to, in order to accept the call out, there's a few things that have to be true. I either genuinely have to not fuck with you, or I feel like I respect your dance and your opinion about dance, and so I will respect the call out because I respect your opinion on things. And that's like those would be like the main two. You know, we're on the same level and shit like that. But if it's somebody that I don't feel like, you know, we're really if I feel like it's somebody that we not really on the same level, and you don't really have the grounds to call me out dance wise, then we can talk about it.
Yeah, because at that point, like it's gonna be one sided regardless. The room know it's gonna be, you know. So what are you really gonna be proving to me?
Right, and if anything, I'm more inclined to accept the call out from somebody that I might normally not. Is if we're just in the cipher and then they start coming at me and it's like, all right, well, I'm already here dancing anyway, so
that's legit.
You know, I might just throw a couple rounds, fry your ass up, and be like, all right, let's, you know what I'm saying, keep it rolling.
Right.
Like, you don't have to try to. You're reaching now. You know what I'm saying? You're grasping at straws. You're trying to get some air, nigga. You're drowning.
See, now I'm glad that you said something like that happening in the cipher, because that was gonna be my next thing. Cause I've seen it happen both ways. Do you think those judge call outs should be in front of everybody to where it's like the event's like, all right, we got a judge call out, or is that something that should be handled in the cyber? Because I've seen it happen both ways, and I've also seen it to where the MC or whoever is like, nah, we ain't doing that. Like, nah, you out.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, there's a schedule.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people renting spaces, paying money.
By
like,
the hour.
We got to get out of here by 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, whatever. I think it should just happen. It could happen in the side, or like on the side, just the two of y'all and whoever wants to watch. You know what I'm saying? It can happen. I think if it happens in a cipher where there's other people trying to dance, it should be limited to 2, maybe 3 rounds. You
Max
know what
3.
I'm saying? Like, keep your round short. I think the issue is that a lot of niggas be trying to like do 2-minute rounds and shit, and it's like, bro, get to the point. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you saying? It's just like an argument. You know what I'm saying? If we're going back and forth and you start doing these long ass analogies and trying to paint this picture of whatever it is that you're trying to say to get your point across, I'm not hearing all that. You know what I'm saying? Keep it short. Keep
Direct.
Yeah, and to the point. Keep it concise. Like, and I think that's just if it's in the cipher. If y'all off over on the side, y'all can go however many you want.
Right.
You know, because we were at Tribal Grounds, and after I had beat Hans, he was like, nah, we gotta run some more rounds. And I was like, bet. You know what I'm saying? Like, heard that. And that's an instance where it's like not on no like super aggressive shit. It's just like, nah, I need some I need some more. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I need some more.
My kung fu versus your kung fu.
Yeah. So and that's what it was. We right there in between like 3 ciphers, there was a little space, nigga. We was just dancing, and eventually like a couple people was watching or whatever. We went like 3 rounds, and then that was it. Boom, you know.
Fire part about that is y'all both come from the same era of when it was really at its like grimiest. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, and we also came from like a time where there was niggas hating each other, but I don't know where we left off. So we just gonna keep this motherfucker rolling.
Let's get it.
I'm gonna open the floor for any topic, any thoughts about anything.
Well, y'all spoke about something that I wasn't here for, and I know y'all had the conversation about like crews and all that. So I would love to see and hear what y'all were, you know,
talking about.
Yeah. Just kind of, you wanna.
I mean, shoot. Just to start it off, we was talking about how, you know, people shouldn't just join a crew just to join a crew. Like, you got to make sure it's people that you actually vibe with, because we see that there's people in crews that don't actually vibe with each other, you know, and it creates a certain dynamic that is just not as authentic as if everybody was cohesive with each other. They all fucked with each other, you know what I mean? Like,
but also, and we got into this discussion about like not every crew is like that, and I think especially in this day and age, not that needs to be the only way that things are. You have a lot of these crews that are a brand essentially.
Like Mighty Zulu, we was talking about that.
Jabberwockies.
Yeah, even more so like Jabberwockies and what's the Criminals is like a brand at this point.
Yeah,
you know, I can't say, and these are things that I can't really speak to what these people's relationships are like, you know, just from like outside appearances. It just seems like, okay, this is a good person, this is somebody that would be marketable within our brand, let's add them.
They're a good dancer.
Right. And I don't think that there's anything necessarily wrong with that. I do just think that the idea of crews and that sort of camaraderie and brotherhood, sisterhood, whatever the case may be, theyhood, is something that's
theyhood.
it's something that is not really appreciated as much these days.
Where'd all the crews go? There's no crews.
They stopped being formed. I mean, I think a big part of it also, at least here in Florida, was, you know, we had a lot of people that stopped dancing.
Yeah.
So a lot of these crews dissolved. People move on with their lives and shit like that. And then I think because it's lost purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no real purpose in the crew, especially if the crew is only there, like its only purpose is to oppose another crew. It's like we were made in an attempt to rival or go against this group of people, and when either that group of people leaves or is too far beyond reach, they're like, all right, I'm tired of being on a losing team.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just keeping it real. Like, there's people they join crews, and then it's like, I'm tired of being on a losing team. Like, I would rather just represent myself as an individual than be a part of this group who niggas aren't aspiring to really be shit. Nope. You know what I'm saying? They're not getting any better.
No one's training.
Right. You know, we're always losing.
But then that means that's why you gotta vet before you decide to join any crew. Even if they're asking you to join, you gotta vet them beforehand. They gotta vet you, and you gotta vet them.
I mean, even if you get vetted, right? Let's say we all join Soul Connection, right? You know, you get vetted. I didn't fuck with these niggas. I didn't really know you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Or
that's
decisions be like outside of your control. And I think you don't really know what's gonna come of something. Mm-hmm. And even before y'all, you know what I'm saying, I was in Soul Connection with Jay and Tico. Mm-hmm. And it was the three of us. And Tico was good at the time.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this nigga is you know what I'm saying, Lil Green Tech.
I seen bro, my bad, random. I've randomly seen bro at the club, bro. Randomly. I always randomly see him in Tampa for some reason. Huh?
He's still dancing?
At that time he had like a little jig to him, but I don't think he was dancing.
That's sad to see, man.
That's how it be. But yeah, you know, like they were all right. You know, niggas is here. They're really trying to get it. Jay was kind of just there because Tico was there and he wanted to be a part of some dance shit.
Yeah.
And it seemed like all right, this nigga is really, all right, I finally have a counterpart, somebody that's as hungry and skill level up there with me. Let's get it, you know? And then life. Niggas started doing other shit. Jay was getting hella followers on YouTube, and he was like, I want to do that.
Got into fashion and a bunch of other shit.
You know what I'm saying? And then they slid, and then it was just me. And then I started to feel like, well, nigga, I'm the only one representing the name, but everybody in the crew was like, oh, Soul Connection, and it's like, hold on. Right. Y'all had y'all time. Like, y'all are older now. And then not even, now that I'm here, it's crazy to look back on because they're the age that we are now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not even like, oh, y'all are older, like y'all had y'all's time. It was like, y'all just decided to stop. And that's cool, but it's not like, it's Dante first. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I had left the crew the first time. I left, I was like, nah, it's just me out here putting in work, and then you got all these motherfuckers, everybody talking about Soul Connection, and I'm like, wait. Dante, then Soul Connection. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the one out here putting in pain, fighting by myself. Nigga, I'm out here getting jumped.
Wait, so when did y'all get put on, the boys?
Man, it was one random ODS night, Old Dirty Sunday for people.
Was
that
it
don't know.
ODS?
Not like how like the news came to us.
Oh, okay.
And Oreo,
yeah, I never heard this story.
Oreo was like, listen, boys, we're gonna get together at the arcade, you know. And then we were like, for what? Just come. And I was like, all right, well. So we pulled up, and then Jay was like, I think he already told y'all, like, we added them.
Yeah.
You know, and then that's when we found out, like,
I was not fucking with it.
and I felt it. Oh, this nigga's, it was coming out his pores that he's just like, he's
Y'all
fucking
crazy.
crossed the bridge, niggas. I don't want to be in the same crew with them.
Oh, God, bro. I was like, why are these niggas even here, bro?
Niggas from across the bridge is
Bro,
crazy.
that's what we were referred as, bro. The niggas from across the bridge, bro. Them twinkle-toed ass niggas.
Oh, that's wild.
But, yeah, we got down, and I don't even know how me and you got so tight, bro. Because I want to fade you, like, at any given moment, bro.
You got in the crew, and you saw, nigga, what it was. You had to respect the gangster, nigga. You know what the fuck?
Bro, this nigga Dante said some wild shit to me one time. I forgot. Somebody was doing a workshop. And I was like, nah, I'm good. Like, nothing I can really learn from that person. The nigga Dante was like, you can learn a lot. And I'm at home. I looked around, like, wait, hold on. They like, wait, what the fuck? Nigga really tried me, bro.
Hey, man, look. And there was a lot you could learn.
Shut up.
There's still a lot you can learn.
Shut up.
My youngin'.
Here we go.
You feel me? Nah, we really got tight after. I mean, we were cool.
Yeah.
You know, y'all started V3. We were cool. It was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? We had been in Soul Connection. We were cool. We got tight after this nigga almost left the crew.
My bags
Do you
were
remember
packed.
Remember we were
Our bags were packed.
we were trying to make the design for the shirt, and he wanted to put it was the logo I had Nate make with all of us as like anime characters, and he wanted to put the design like what was it on the bottom left or the top right or some shit, and I was like, no, that's stupid.
And I like what did Michael Jordan say? You know, I took it personal. You know what I mean? Like I was like, bro, this nigga testing my gangster, bro. Like I don't be putting this shit on. He was like, bro, that shit is whack. This, that, and the third. I'm like, man, fuck this nigga,
We
bro.
probably could still find the messages because it was in the Facebook chat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go find them.
Let's not do that.
I'm gonna go find them, motherfuckers. Nah, because he
That
was
chat
like,
went dead.
and then I had to message him. We were talking separately, and he was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm putting all this shit on the table. The nigga was like, you know, I just kind of feel away because, you know, whenever you or like LD say something, everybody else be like, oh yeah.
I see your point. It's valid. And I be looking around like, y'all don't see shit. Shut up.
That nigga was so.
What about me? Word, bro.
That nigga, right. Nigga was so tight. I was like, listen, bro. The idea was whack. Nah.
No, I believe you said that.
That's crazy.
Oh my gosh. Nah, it really was. That nigga Keister was fed up. He was really like, I'm done with the crew.
I was like, oh, it's whack? All right.
Well, y'all could wear whatever shit y'all want without me.
Oh my gosh.
And then after that, you know, after we had spoke, we started to learn just more about each other's like pressure points and shit like that. And that's whenever I really started to bother him a lot. Because I was like, oh, like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? You just like, you sensitive. And that's okay.
I am not sensitive.
Yes,
That's
you are.
Like, I'm not.
It's
man.
okay. Look, it's okay, bro. Because I'm sensitive too. You know what I'm saying? So. So I like to fuck with him. I was like, oh yeah, this is fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I get it. Now I get it. It's like, I understand why my brothers was doing what they was doing to me. Now I got somebody to do it to, and I get it.
This nigga ran with it, bro. Anytime I say something, bro, Nonsense be like, yeah, nah, you're kind of bugging. That's not valid. And I'd be like, it's right there, bro. What are you talking about?
Nah, it really was funny because I think naturally, you know, before we added like Nate and
the kids.
Yeah. I feel like whenever, cause I had more of a relationship with you, you know, and even Nami at the time, and
We was all living together.
yeah, we was all living together, and then, you know, Smitty was in love with me. So like, but I think naturally there was kind of like this, okay, you know, whenever it comes down to like looking for somebody to be a leader and make like that leadership kind of decision, it naturally came down to like me or LD.
Yeah.
You know, like, not to say that people were afraid or anything like that, but I think nobody wants to be the person that makes the decision and then shit doesn't work out and it's like, all right, you gotta, that's all on you. You know, so I think naturally that shit kind of happened, and I had realized it, and I started to be like, all right, I'm gonna take a step back, and I'm gonna make sure that I ask, you know, people's opinions, and I'm like that in life now in general, even on like the accountability call, and I was like, anybody got anything that they want to say before I start? Because y'all know I will fucking talk.
Yeah, you did say that.
You know, you know, so that experience in itself helped me realize, like, sometimes there's people who, everybody can be a leader in different aspects and in different things. We just have to allow, especially people with bigger personalities or who are more outspoken, have to allow those people to like get that moment, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes they won't come back for that, for that spotlight or for that moment to speak, you know? Because debate, anything debatable happens, I'm like, oh yeah.
I'm ready.
I'm like, yeah, let's talk about it. And it's bad because it's natural. Like, naturally, I want to debate some shit. And even if I don't agree, even if I do agree, I'd be like, well, just for the hell of it, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me test your resolve.
I knew it.
let me see if you're trying to go plus ultra or not, nigga.
And this nigga raises my blood pressure, and I'm ready to leave the chat.
Oh my gosh. No, you left the chat.
No, sure did.
He left the chat. He was like, I'm done. I'm out of here. We had to add him mad times because he kept leaving. Now I'm dead gonna find the messages.
No, relax.
Oh, yeah.
That should happen with me too.
Was it with me as
Yep.
well? Yeah, man. I'm sorry, y'all.
So you the problem.
Yeah. But I recognize it. You know, listen, the difference between me and a lot of people is they be the problem and they be like, I'm not the problem. I'd be the problem and I'd be like, all right, well, let me see if I'm the whole problem.
Or just part of it.
You know, or just part of it. You know? And then I adjust, you know, because it's just like, I think we spoke about this, where I was like, our friendships and everything need to be, we need to navigate them the same as we do our romantic relationships. Mm-hmm. You know, not the same, but similarly in regards to like being aware of how a person wants to be treated, how they want to be received, the things that make them tick, and different shit like that. So instead of just kind of like loving them and putting forth the energy towards them in a way that you just know how, you have to learn to do it in the way that they want to be, like they want to be loved and want to be heard and treated and shit like that. So that's something, right? That's something that I had to learn, you know, through these situations, you know, especially with two individuals who, and I don't even want to say that are like soft spoken, you know, but y'all like to be less confrontational, you know, whereas like I'm ready for the confrontation.
This nigga calling me soft, nigga. I'm with the shits at all. We Geminis, nigga.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
oh,
Hey,
y'all,
this nigga talking about, bro?
Don't y'all have the same birthday?
Yes.
Nah, that's dead funny. Y'all got the same birthday. I almost made both these niggas leave the crew.
This nigga hate Geminis, B.
Oh, listen, not Rick though, but like you bitch made for sure.
This nigga's wildin'.
Hey, yo.
Nate, you heard that shit, right? Now niggas wonder like, now y'all see like, okay, yeah, is he the problem?
We'll be back after this commercial.
It's this nigga, bro.
I got the gloves, nigga. What's up?
This nigga don't want no parts, bro.
Listen.
But I will say, like, a lot of crews can't go through this type of shit and be able to, like, come out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the amount of crews that we did have, I believe, like, you know, some of them probably went through some shit and everything just fell apart after that. You know what I'm saying?
Some shit like that could have broke them apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I also think that I just had a memory that's got to stay in the Rolodex though. Yeah.
In the vault.
Yeah, but I do think that there's times where like there's crews and things that they go their separate ways and it's just like life and it's never really any bad blood. It just kind of is what it is.
Yeah.
And I think it is much harder to find and stay with a group of people who are and continue to be actively involved in dance. Mm-hmm. And then once that starts to phase out, I mean, even still being like involved in some form or fashion, you know, whether it be teaching, training up the next generation, you know what I'm saying, doing art for dance events and flyers and shirts designs and shit like that. Like, I think having a group of people who, I guess, you know, continue to be involved in finding them and getting them all together is a lot harder than it seems. You know, even within our own crew, you know, shout out to Jax. Jax has been like, fuck that dance shit.
I'm exploring the world,
right,
nigga.
I'm out.
I'm in Alaska.
Yeah.
You know, but it's always love and shit that way. And I think what just happens is sometimes you have a group of people who, it's a lot of people like that, and they just start doing other shit. And they might still, you know, connect and vibe, and there's still love and everything like that there.
Yeah, you still gotta show them love.
Yeah, because I think, and you don't have to answer, but I'm pretty sure like Nate is still cool with a lot of people from Groove Engineers and shit. You know, it's just like niggas get married, motherfuckers start
Modeling,
having kids,
riding motorcycles across the country,
fishing,
getting swole.
right? Now, I mean, you know, Chad still be dancing, but Chad is literally Terry Crews. Chad is quite literally Terry Crews.
That's a fact.
that can really dance.
Right. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I do think, I do wish that more crews had that sort of camaraderie, or even like what you were saying with Mighty Zulu, that legacy where it's like, okay, even if we're not going to continue, let us, and we know that we're not going to continue while we still have some gas in the tank. If this is something that they want to take on and do and allow people to carry that name, let's take on some new people, train them up, and set them up to be like, all right, y'all take this name, y'all running with it. We'll support, you know, we might pop out every now and then, whatever the case may be. And that be it, which is
Where are we at now?
yeah, you know, we decided like, okay, do we want it to end with us and just let it be like, this is the name, this is the crew, this is the legacy, or do we want it to continue and bring in some new faces and new people to create a new thing, or like a new era? That's funny. A new era.
See what you did there.
Right.
That was nice.
You know what I'm saying? A new era of V3, and you know, eventually we came to that conclusion like, okay, this is what we want to do.
Yeah, because we kept locking it. Like, that's funny too. We kept capping it off like, I forgot.
Alright, this is it.
Yeah, like I think
No
after
more new members.
Word. I think we added Sauce and we were like, all right, no more.
Done.
This is it. And then I think we went out to the club one night and Nate pulled up and I was
Yeah, we
sitting
were in
Ybor.
Ybor.
Yeah,
Ybor.
and it's wild, bro. I was sitting next to Dante. I looked at him, he looked at me, and we were both on the same timing with this nigga, and we were just like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was after.
We went to White Lie.
It was
I
after.
remember.
It was after the video. Oh. It was after the video where we was like, you already know what the fuck going on.
Yeah, the video.
Bro,
It was a blue Long Island.
you gotta put that clip in there. People gotta see that.
Nah, that was a time. After that, we were like, yeah, it just feels right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, we was having a blast that night, boy.
Yeah, bro.
But I wish there were more crews like that. And then it came to my attention that there's in the Vogue scene, it's more, houses tend to be like a brand.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, all right, you're representing this brand, House of, or whatever, like Game of Thrones, you know what I'm saying? House of this, be on your shit, or, you know what I'm saying?
cut.
You represent us.
Right.
I
Sending
think,
your ass to the gulag.
I think what's the name is kind of like that too. Chicago Footwear.
Creations.
Creation.
Yeah,
I think
Creations.
they branded too.
Boy,
Yeah.
what?
Thought it was game bang.
I'm dead.
Nah, that's the Creations globalist.
Right. Right. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because I think they got like chapters in different.
They do.
Yeah.
In different states. Yeah.
Different countries. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that starts to feel like a fraternity,
Yeah, I guess so.
you know, where it's like you got chapter leader.
I like that though. Me personally, I like that organization. I like how like each chapter will communicate with another state, or like let's say if you're going to like I don't know, Iowa, you know, you can hit up the Iowa chapter and be like, yo, what's good? Where's there to session? What's going on? Can I meet up with y'all? It's almost like an extended family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like something like that is just that's another level of like organization. That's an organization.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like that starts to step out of the crew. And I mean, even it's still a crew, but that's like an org.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and it's cool too because when you have organizations like that, you know what I mean, it almost kind of it gives you more of a purpose with your dance. You know, it gives you kind of like goals to look forward to. Like, all right, I want to be in this position in, you know, this sect, and then I want to be top dog, and then I want to be, you know, regional whatever for, you know, this thing that I'm doing, or, you know, now I want to be national and I want to take care of everybody in the states. You know what I mean? So
you move to another state and you get to another scene. I was like, okay, well, I could really start something from the ground up here. Create a community. You know what I'm saying?
is that what you're trying to say, Ricky? You want to start an organization?
Organization,
V3,
house organization.
V3.
Hell no.
V3 worldwide.
V3 worldwide.
Wide.
That does kind of sound.
V3 worldwide.
It's just that we prepared for those.
We need our first international member.
I'm pretty sure that's a lot of knocks at the door. Like, hey, I'm over here. What up? I need them jerseys.
Listen, boy, if as humbly as possible, if we announce that,
Or an international member?
no,
Like
just like we're making chapters.
Oh, like a V3 chapter. We want to be part of this.
Yeah, it's too.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's just the people. For me, like you really gotta start vetting people.
Yeah. You don't want everybody in your shit. Hell no.
I don't know what. We wake up and be like, hey, you know, so and so teaching life. They doing what?
Right. Like, who even let them in the org?
Right.
Who approved this?
Right.
Who gave them a jersey?
Right.
Nate?
Give me your colors, nigga.
Right. Ain't nobody holler at management. Nothing, bro.
Right.
We ain't boys. We ain't nothing.
Ain't nobody getting in that motherfucker. Smitty is.
Yeah.
That's a wrap,
Not
boy.
manager Smitty. She ain't
Application denied.
Right. Stamp that shit.
Oh my gosh. But I do hope, and I feel like it's starting to be the case where there's more crews, or at least like cliques. I wonder if there's like a fear, you know, behind people getting in or like starting a crew, or if people just don't want the responsibility.
Honestly, I
feel like people just need guidance. They don't know how to do it.
You know what though? That's a good question, because like sometimes you see these people like
Clicked up,
but they're not in a
crew.
Yeah, that's, I don't know.
Oh, but you know, going back to what I said before,
What?
they're just doing it for fun.
You
You know what I'm saying? It's not that serious.
Yeah.
Got you. Makes sense.
I don't know, man. And you know what? I'll put this on the gram. I'll make this a clip. You know, like for people who have been in the scene, or they have like these group of friends, y'all be clicked up. Why
Not start a crew.
Yeah, why don't we have crews? Why aren't people moving as units? You know what I'm saying? Like, bring back the matching fits and
Crew battles.
yeah.
We need crew battles.
If we're gonna be real, the reason that there isn't crew battles is because there's not enough crews. Yeah.
Very
People
little-
just start
little
making
bit
up
of us.
teams and shit.
Yeah, these super teams and
Yeah.
shit.
Nah, I want to see crews, man.
I blame the NBA for that. I ain't gonna hold you.
Really?
Think about it.
Oh, Steph and
After
yeah.
Miami, everybody started using that formula.
Yeah, that's true.
Super Cruise started happening.
I feel that.
Yeah, that's when we saw.
Right. Oh, we the big three.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
I feel that.
But then look at Golden State. That's actually like
An organic, yeah.
there was a bunch of people who weren't like top lists, but
Got together.
they were just as a unit.
Yeah.
They had a team, like an actual like aren't even
Yeah.
Bring back the cruise, man, because V3 trying to get active on y'all. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, man, and not even just that. Like, I'm not saying our time is done, you know, but a lot of people are that I feel like that would be starting a cruise on the younger end.
Yeah.
And you know, so just give our youngins some competition. But also, like, I genuinely love to see, like, the unity, and it doesn't have to be like a, oh, you can't sit with us, like, over here clicked up kind of way, but, like, you know what I'm saying, these are your people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all pull up together or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whenever somebody's going, you got the click behind you.
Yeah, that energy different, boy. I ain't even going.
You
All
know
right,
what
let me
I'm
get
saying?
so and so. Everybody mobbed up, like,
When you see everybody shift from one side of the room to the other side.
oh, I don't care if they 30 deep. Line them up.
Yo.
Yeah, bro. I definitely want to see more crews. Like, I'm trying to see that you guys serve shit, man. What the-
Right. I want to do more crew battles. I want to see routines.
Well, that was our era too.
Damn.
All right. Are we sure Chad is Terry Crews? Because this is looking mad.
Nah, nigga, that's the shit. With
Oh, and they lift him up.
what, Rome? Whatever it is he did. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see some shit like that. Like, I don't know, bro. It's just something about seeing it and seeing some niggas that's really like, damn, these niggas is locked in. I ain't
Right.
gonna lie.
With the energy
you know?
behind it. Like, I got my team on my back. That's a different energy.
Yeah, and even if let's say, like, me personally, you know, I think what y'all doing is whack, it's still tight that
Yeah.
y'all doing it together.
Right.
I think that it's tight that y'all are doing it, the whack shit together. And if y'all love it, if y'all like it, I love it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But it ain't better than what I got.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is to me. Because I just think the idea of people clicked up like that, like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got y'all a little unit. You know what I'm saying? That shit is official.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, bro. I don't know what if y'all have an answer or just share your perspective. Like, why do you think, or why is it that you aren't in a crew? Why don't you start a crew?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I had this conversation with Angel before they started Notorious.
Oh, you did.
And I was just like, why don't you just start one?
Right.
Like, why don't you just get some motherfuckers that you cool with, figure out it, even just find some people, you know what I'm saying?
Train
Test the
them up.
water. Right. Find some people that you actually cool with, that you know, you like at least to a degree, that you can be like, okay, I can get to learning about this person, and then be like, all right, let's just fucking try. Let's start a crew. We could experience life together and this dance shit together and let it rock, you know? And then he did.
Yeah. That was cool to see them at Thesis.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying, you know? Like,
Yeah.
you get these group of people together, and maybe they don't all last as long as some crews, you know, the 10 years, 15, whatever. But even for that period, that moment,
The
it's
memories.
like,
Yeah.
that was some shit.
Yeah.
I will never deny.
Yeah, because we took the back seat. And we
Right, we got to sit, you know, and watch. We was like, oh, these niggas is turned out. Yeah, we love to see it.
Shout out Notorious.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying, bro.
Shout out Notorious.
That's all I'm saying, is the joy of getting to watch another group of people that's like a crew. And I say crew, street dance and freestyle, because that dynamic is very different than a dance team, you know. So yeah, man, let's see some more of those. And if you not in one, are you like, why? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all got any closing thoughts, opinions, perspectives, questions?
Go ahead, so.
Hoodies might be coming soon, maybe.
Hoodies.
Right there, man.
These?
Yeah, them joints right there, you know.
For sale?
You know, maybe.
For the fam. Gotta do it for the fam.
You know.
This mean y'all gonna teach me how to crump now?
Soul fam.
Y'all gonna teach me how to crump now, right? Cause I'm part of the soul fam.
There ain't nobody in that bitch crumping except me.
Junior Soul.
Junior Soul.
Shut up.
Ugh.
Soldier Soul.
Yeah, I hate you. How is that chant?
Soul Soldier.
What?
Soul Soldier.
You look like one of them Haitian niggas. That's what you.
Oh shit. Alright, man. As always, you know what the fuck going on. Like, comment, share. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't like anything that we had to say during this, let us know in the comments. You know what I'm saying? But don't dislike the video. Like the video.
Still hit that like button.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you watched the whole thing if you got to this point. You know what I'm saying? And then send it to your friends. And then the shit that y'all discuss in the group chat about how stupid it is, what Dante was saying, talk about that in the comments too. And then share it to everybody else and be like, yo, this nigga Dante, like, don't know what. You know what I'm saying? And then if you did like it, just share it. Like it, comment. You already know, man. Fuck out of here.
Hey, hit the like button one time.
And make a crew with the people you actually having those conversations with.
Right.
Hit the like button for the one time.